our last video, we have continued our lesson that Dear Departed 2, and we have come to the mostly end of our lesson, conclude of our lesson. But just let me give a quick recap of our Departed 1 and 2, okay? And what are our characters in our role play? Abel, Elizabeth, Henry, Jordan, Victoria, Abel. Who were Abel and Elizabeth? Abel and Elizabeth were sisters. Henry and Jordan were brothers. And what is their brothers? Amelia's husband was Henry, Elizabeth's husband was Jordan, right? And Victoria was daughter of Amelia. Victoria was the daughter of Amelia. Actually, what was this play? This was the play shows the clear relations of present society. Even though daughter and father relation, a very undigestible relation which molds in the present society, what we are going to face, we are going to see very clearly in these days. This thing is going to be happening. Means as the daughters, when they found that their father was dead, they should have an emotion with them. They should carry an emotion with them. But without carrying that emotion, they were, Amelia was teaching her daughter a wrong concept. She was teaching her daughter a wrong concept, and she was also indirectly saying that do the same to me also. Actually, now when she got to know that her father was expired, how she has to do? How she has to receive it, ma? She has to receive it in a very good manner. Means, my father was dead. One of the very relation, a touching relation and inspiration was left away from us. Such a feeling was not there to her. She thought that her headache was gone. He used to irritate me by asking me continuously questions and by getting this, by getting that, and he stayed me for 5 years. He did not give me anything. See, any daughter will question like that. That too in a situation, now present day generation was like that. We were thinking, come on, what he did? Nothing. Even of course, to a father only we are not giving value. Then how our children will treat us? Just unimaginable. Just we can't remember and balance those things to be happen in our society. We should not able to think on. It is unbearable thing. It is an unbearable thing which is going to be happen. So students, better you should give respect to your parents at least, right? Present days, even when particularly our grandparents' situation, you imagine once when we will see them. Of course, it is a stage that they are like children. They will be like children. When they cross out 60 years, their behavior will be like children only. 100% they will behave like children. They will treat everything also in a silly manner only. And asking their questions continuously, irritating us. We will feel, see what a question. Always whatever they say repeatedly only. They will say me to not to sit here. They will say me to. Why they will say? Because they are old. They experienced our age. That's why they will say us. That's why. They don't come to our stage. We will go to their stage. Remember it. They don't come to our age, but we will go to their age. Then we will understand. Our grandchildren also will treat us in the same way. Our grandchildren also will treat us worse than this. Just imagine when we are treating our grandparents like that, how our grandchildren will treat us, what they are teaching us now, what we will teach to them. See, this is going to be happen now in the present society. So, now Abel was shouting on Amelia and Henry, why you brought my bureau down? Who told you to bring my bureau down? I got it. That is my money. Why you brought? So, he was shouting on his daughter now. Mrs. Jordan. Was it that one? Father? Abel. That's it. What's it doing there? Hey, Epas, the clock on the mantelpiece strikes 6. Everyone looks at it. Draft me if that is not my clock. Was the devil's being going on in this house? A slight pause. So, immediately he had seen his bureau in the ground floor. That too, Amelia's face was there now. Then he had seen the bureau. On that bureau, she kept nicely a clock. She kept a flower vase. She decorated it well. Immediately he had seen. And who got this down? And that is also my clock. That is also my clock. I think a ghost was running in the house. It brought down. You did not bring my bureau down. Then who brought my bureau? See, Abel was shouting on his daughter. Abel was shouting on his daughter. Why he was shouting on his daughter? Because that bureau had come down. So he asked Amelia and Henry who brought that bureau down. They are not talking. So that's why Abel was shouting on his daughter. Who brought that bureau down? Is there any ghost was running? And that clock also mine. That clock also is mine and my money only. So who brought that? So he was shouting. He was shouting. And simply nobody is talking. Everybody was quiet. And Elizabeth is there now. Elizabeth is saying, Father, is that your bureau? Because Emilia did not say that. Emilia did not say that. Before Elizabeth comes, Emilia brought that to down. Because if she comes, she will fight for the bureau. No. That's why she thought that her father was dead and he doesn't know. She brought the bureau. But now he was alive now. So she was not talking. Well, I will be hanged. So when he thought, he's thinking that I will be hanged if he got to know that I brought this down. Mrs. Jordan, I will tell you what's been going on this house, Father. Nothing sort of robbery. So Jordan is saying, Jordan means husband of Elizabeth. I will tell you what's going to be, Father. Nothing short of robbery. Mrs. Slater, be quiet, Elizabeth. Mrs. Slater means Amelia. Amelia is saying, be quiet, Elizabeth. Just why are you shouting? Mrs. Jordan, I will not be quiet. Oh, I call it double-faced. So actually she's saying, you are a double-faced girl. Even though they are sisters, you see what is their adjustment is. How they are shouting, how they are fighting. Henry, now Elizabeth. See, actually now, so he was trying to talk. Henry, Mrs. Jordan, and you too. Are you such a poor creature that you must do everything she tells you? Abel, rising, thumping the table. Damn it all. Will someone tell me what's been going on? So Abel was saying it. Abel means actually when both the sisters, Emilia and Elizabeth, when they were fighting, when both the sisters were fighting, Abel was not understanding anything. Why they are fighting. Actually, he doesn't know that they are thinking, they were expecting that he was died and they were trying to share his property, things in his room. That he doesn't know this all right. So that's why he was not understanding anything. Abel, who has been robbing me? Who is robbing me and who is taking it? Mrs. Jordan, Emilia and Henry. Who was robbing? Emilia and Henry, daughter and son-in-law. They all have stolen your clock and bureau. So Elizabeth is telling, when you slept, they brought your bureau and a clock, working herself up. They sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead. So actually, she openly told the truth. Elizabeth told it. They thought that you were died, and when you slept, they brought the bureau, they brought the clock. Like thieves, at night only they brought that. Henry and Mrs. Slater, shh, quiet, Elizabeth. So they're telling, hey, be quiet, don't tell. See how they will behave. Reality will be, no? Reality will be, hey, don't talk, will tell, na? Like that she's behaving. Hey, don't talk, shh, quiet, Elizabeth, she's saying it. Mrs. Jordan, I will not be stopped. After you are dead, I said. So she's saying, don't stop me. I thought that you are died. That's why I came. Otherwise, why have you come? Even Elizabeth also, she was shouting on her father now. And Abel, after who was dead? Okay, who was dead? And why did you come? Mrs. Jordan, you. She's saying it. Elizabeth told, I thought you only dead. So you only dead? I thought and I came. Abel, but I am not dead. But I did not die. I am not dead. I was alive. Mrs. Jordan, no, but they thought you were. But Elizabeth told, they thought that you were dead. That's why when you slept, they brought that bureau and your clock at night only. They thought that you are dead. A pause, Abel gazes round at them. So immediately Abel was looking seriously at Emilia and Henry. Abel, oh, so that's why you are all in a black today. But thought I was dead. He chuckles. There was a big mistake. It's in resume sensitivity. So that's why you are all wore black dress. Black means it indicates a wrong concept now. If anything goes wrong, we will wear black. So that's why all you wore black. So that's the reason you thought that I was dead. And with that reason, you thought that I was dead and you wore black dress. He thought. Mrs. Slater sobbing father. Mrs. Slater. Emilia now, she was crying. She was crying, means acting only, not really. She was not crying really. She was acting. She was acting that she thought she has a feeling that my father was dead, so she was crying. Abel, I did not take you long to start dividing my things between you. I will tell you what I am going to do. since your mother died, I have lived part of the time with you, Amelia, and part with you, Lizzie. Well, I shall make a new will, leaving all my bits of things to whoever I am living with when I die. How does that strike you? So, I did not take you long to start dividing my things between you. So, Abel was talking. I will tell you what I am going to do. So, he is saying it. I have written my will. Will in the sense, before any person dies, whatever his properties to whom they have to share, they will write a will now in a form of a prayer, in a form of a paper, in the presence of a lawyer, they will share the property, right? So, Abel also had written his will. To whom his things have to be shared, what things have to come to Abel, what things have to come to Amelia, what things have to come to Elizabeth. He had written his will. But now he is saying, I wrote a will, but I don't stand on it. Now what I will do, I will write a new will. I will write, with whom I will stay. Now, from this time, with whom I will stay, with whom I will die, in whose house I will die, to them only my property will go. He said openly. With whom I will stay, who will look after me, then to them only my property will go. I will write the will like that. Mrs. Jordan, Father, it's quite time you came to live with us again. We would make you very comfortable. You come with me. Elizabeth now, she was ready to take her father now. Because now he was staying with Emiliana. But now he wanted to stay with Elizabeth. He would like to stay with Elizabeth. He would like that? No, he doesn't know that. But Elizabeth is ready to take her father. Mrs. Slater, no, he doesn't be with us as long as he with you. No, he doesn't come to you until he was died. He will be with us. Until he was died, he will be with us. He will come with us only. See, she was not ready to make on anything. She was not listening anything. And Mrs. Jordan, I may be wrong, but I don't think father will fancy living on with you after what happened today. So, Elizabeth is saying today, what you did, even though he was not dead, you said that he was dead and you did this all. So, one day you may kill him. Who knows that? So, that's why I will take him with me. Abel, it seems to me neither if you has any cause to feel proud about the way you have treated me. So, see, he is saying it. Abel is saying it. No problem. You should not fight and you should not fight. You don't fight each other. How you treated me, I know, and how you treated me, I know. I know about Emilia and I know about Elizabeth. So no need of anyone. Don't fight for me. Don't make a quarrel of me. Abel is saying it. Mrs. Slater, if I have done anything wrong, I'm sure I'm sorry for it. Emilia is saying sorry to her father. What if I do anything wrong, father? Please apologize me. I'm very sorry for it. Mrs. Jordan, and I can't say more than that too. And Jordan is saying it. I am also sorry, father. Both the sisters say sorry to her father. Abel, it's a bit late to say it now. Neither of you care to put up with me. It's okay, no problem. But until now, what you have done for me, I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy and thank you for that. To you I'm saying thank you, to you I'm saying thank you. Neither I don't want to stay with you, Amelia, and I don't want to stay with Elizabeth. I don't want to stay with both of you. Mrs. Slater and Mrs. Jordan, no, father. Hey, don't say like that, father, they are telling it. Abel, hey, you both say that because of what I have told you about leaving my money. Well, since you don't want me, I will go to someone that does. Well, come, Mr. Merriweather, you have got leave with one of your daughters. So, actually, he's saying it. You are not fighting for me, you are fighting for my money. Actually, Emilia is not, she is not ready to accept her father. Elizabeth also is not ready to accept her father. Both, they don't have any interest to look after their father. Even Emilia and Elizabeth, both they don't have. They have the interest on his money. They have the interest on their money. That's what. With that feeling only they are doing this all. Abel, I will tell you what I have got to do. On Monday, next I have got to do 3 things. I have got to go to the lawyer and alter my will, and I have to go to the insurance office and pay my premium, and I have to go to St. Philip's Church and get married. So I'm going to do three things. I'm going to do three things on Monday. Abel is saying it. First thing, he wanted to go to his insurance company to pay his premium. Okay, for which they fight. Elizabeth Emilia, they fought. No, money. The premium he should pay. And second thing, he has to go to the lawyer to change his will. Now both the sisters fought. No, before him only if they fought. So now he will change his will. Third thing, he is going to marry. He is going to marry at the St. Philip's Church. Yeah, he is going to marry. Right? At the time, he need a person to look after him. As the daughters, they are not looking him, right? As the daughters, they are not looking him. They are fighting for money, they are fighting for things, they are fighting for bureau, they are fighting for clock. See, they are so doing silly things. So, these things were not digestible to Mr. Abel. So, that's why he wanted to do these three things on Monday. Belle and Henry, what? They exclaimed. Mrs. Jordan, get married. Are you getting married? Mrs. Sandal, he is out of his senses. He lost his sense and he became a stupid fellow. See how they are shouting on their father. Abel, I say, I'm going to get married. Yeah, I'm getting married. I'm going to marry. Who? Mrs. Slater. Whom you are marrying? To Mrs. John Shockers, who keeps the Ringo bells. We have had it fixed up a good while now. But I was keeping it for a pleasant surprise. Actually, he was going to marry Mrs. John Strokes. Actually, daily he was going to church now. Daily he was going to church. They are thinking that the old man, no, to spend time he was going to church, they thought. But not for that. He wanted to meet Mr. Henry Strokes, so that's why he was going. John Strokes, he was going to meet now. That's why he was going to the church. And he would like to marry her. Okay, she too lost her husband. That's why they would like to marry. We have had it fixed up a good while now, but I was keeping it for a pleasant surprise. Actually, I thought to give a surprise to you. But you only gave me big shock. Abel is saying it. I felt I was a burden to you. I found someone who would think it would be a pleasure to look after me. We shall be very glad to see you at the ceremony. Till Monday, then 12 o'clock at St. Philip's Church. It's a good thing you brought that bureau downstairs, Amelia. I will be handier to carry it across the Ringo bells on Monday. Actually, what completely, see how Abel was talking. To both of them, I became burden. To you, Amelia, and to you, Elizabeth. Both, you did not like me. You are not tolerating me and you are not ready. So why should I with you? So I thought that I need a person to look after me. In this age, I need a person to look after me. So that's why with that intention, I brought someone. And I brought Mr. John Strokes who can care me. At this age, she is also old and I am also old. She can look after me and both we will leave. So on St. Philip's Church, I will see you on Monday. I hope all you will come. And she said thanks to Amelia because she brought the bureau down. No, bureau, watch, she brought clock, right? Now I can easily carry ma. Thank you for that. See, she said thank you to his daughter, and also he said that I hope all you will come to my marriage on Monday. See, here is the end of our lesson. The curtain falls. It's written by Mr. William Stanley Houghton. See, beautiful play. See, we will say that when whatever the way we will show to our parents, then the same way will be shown to us by our children. Right? Today's children are tomorrow's citizens, and today's children are tomorrow's parents. You don't think that stage will not come to us. One stage will come to us. Definitely one day we will be ours. I told you already. They don't come to our position. We will go to that position. Okay? How we are going to treat them now. Tomorrow our children will treat worse than that. Don't get that stage, students. Don't get that stage. At your home, if any old grandparents are there, treat them like children, like you. Okay? Enjoy with them. Share their experience. It helps you. It ennobles you. It makes you bright. It makes you shine. Utilize their experience. You know, their experience is precious. and we can't give us end to that. 100% their experience is a noble one, children, noble one. Don't think that I am going to tell you easily. See here, at this age, this old man, he has depended on the daughters, but they are not looking him. But still he was getting married. See what? This is what they thought. Then definitely Victoria also will treat her mother in the same way in her old age. If she will teach good, her daughter also will follow the same. If she doesn't teach it, yes, what she has to do? It's not it. It will be recycled. It will be repeated. Because the same cycle will be formed again. That's what it's going to be happening in society, students. Okay, so don't neglect your grandparents. Be valuable to them, give respect to them. They share their experience, share their values, learn valuable things from them, and treat them like small children. Don't blame them, don't irritate them, don't beat them. Okay, bless with them and take their blessings, take their experience, share their experience. Okay, look after them. This is my suggestion, students. I hope all you follow it and also make a noble task and give respect to all the relations. Father, mother, grandparents, grandmother, grandpa, sister, brother, all the relations are precious. Still, India is like this because of we are following these all rules. We are following all the emotions. That is, India is great. It's such a value of relations is in India, not in any other country. A very sensitive relations will be with them. But here, we will have a strong relation. We will have a strong relation among us. That's what. I hope all you will follow and you will understand the emotional things. Okay, students, thank you. We will meet in our next class. Just note down the homework. Write the summary of 2B in classroom. Okay, students? And we have your glossary already. Now I have given you the summary. With this, we have completed 2A and 2B. We'll meet in our next class with C. Thank you.